3, notice how bad things actually are. Things are actually really bad for a lot of people, most people. And in particular, I think about this point is that none of us can actually have the life we really want until we transform society. That it does affect all of us. And I think especially for those of us in the middle class, there's this, we've been fed this lie that we can escape the system, or that we can, that if we isolate ourselves enough, that we won't have to deal with the problems of the world. And unfortunately, that's not true. And so it's important to face how bad the actual situation is, and that millions and billions of people are having their lives ruined by the oppressive society, including us. Step 4, think about what kind of society, what kind of world you actually want. Each of us actually has good thinking and good ideas about how to make a non-oppressive society, and it's useful to think about that and to share our vision with other people. And while things are very bad, there are also hopeful things happening all the time. People are actually, as badly as we've all been hurt, we also all have some of our humanity intact and are figuring out ways to act on that all the time. And in particular, sort of as parents, I'm not a parent, but each parents do the very best they can to pass on as few of the hurts they received to their children as they possibly can, and to some extent can succeed with that. And so each generation is being hurt a little less than the one before, and able to retain more of our minds and our humanness. And that's another reason we can relax, because even if we don't systematically work on our stuff, it's still happening anyway. And eventually we'll all get out. And step 5 is make a plan and act out your plan. It's helpful to be systematic about things like that, because you're much less likely to get derailed or distracted when you get reminded of some way that you got hurt in the past, and you get all upset and you blow up about that. If you have a plan, you can remember, oh yeah, I was gonna do this the next time that happened. And another comment about that is that every human being is significant. And if you can notice your significance, you'll make a different plan than if you can't. And so notice how you're significant to people that you know, and maybe even people that you don't know, and make a plan that assumes that you're significant to the world. Make mistakes, have fun. Going back to step 1 about falling in love with everyone you meet, like we get to do this together, and this is about reclaiming real human connection with people and setting up a world that's based on that. And so we get to do it together and kind of have fun and do that as we go, and not just suffer and ignore our own lives, and for the sake of everyone else. The fact that each of us is significant means that making our own lives go well, making your own life go well, should be part of your plan. We we want this to be sustainable, we have to, we can't just sacrifice ourselves and burn ourselves out. We actually have to, eat well and get exercise and get enough sleep and have fun sometimes, in addition to working hard. And that's actually one of the things that I love about the Occupy movement is how creative people have been. And the leftist Marxist band was here, starting this off today. I think people have been brilliant about finding ways to express creativity and just inject fun and just give things a little twist and not be so we want change. We can be a little mischievous. Sometimes that gets